Hello my friends and welcome back. In this lesson we will continue our warm-up and this time we'll be animating some illustrations. I'll teach you a couple of awesome illustration animation techniques that are really useful in whiteboard videos. So first of all, I'll show you how you can animate your illustration by individual parts. For this kind of animation to work, you have to break down your illustration into different parts. So I'll show you how that's done. And next I'll show you how you can create something that I call sticker flying effect. This kind of animation is really easy to create and it looks pretty impactful. And as you can see, this illustration has this kind of white outline and a subtle shadow. And I'll show you how you can create all of that step by step. And now let's go to printer style animation. That's my favorite animation for illustrations. And as you can see, it looks like as if the illustration is being printed by hand. Of course, this is not the natural way how we usually draw illustrations, but still I think this kind of animation fits really well to the whiteboard animation theme that we're going after. And next we have a more advanced printer style animation where first the outline is being drawn and only then the color is being filled in. This kind of animation is a little bit more complex and requires more time to set it up, so we'll not be using this animation in our explainer video, but still if you'd like to learn how to create this kind of animation, I will add a bonus lesson at the end of this class and there you'll find all of the step-by-step instructions. Alright my friends, so let's start with the first animation where the illustration is appearing by individual parts. So once again, let's check out this green bike appearing by individual parts. By the way, this illustration was provided by PowerPoint itself. If you have the newest PowerPoint version, you can just jump to Insert Icons and here you will find this tab Illustrations. And this time, instead of a bike, let's search for something different. For example, robot. Alright, this one is waving to us. Hello, Mr. Robot. And what's awesome about the illustrations provided by PowerPoint is that you can easily change the accent color, so that's really useful. But don't worry, if your PowerPoint version doesn't have illustrations, you can still jump on the internet and find plenty of illustrations on websites such as storyset.com or freepik.com. Alright, and now to break apart your illustration into different parts, you might need to convert your illustration to shape or just right click and choose Ungroup. And now as you can see, we can select the individual parts. That's awesome. Let's put everything back together and now let's select all of these individual parts and let's jump to animations and let's try applying any of these entrance animations, for example fade. So let's go to animation pane, let's see what's going on. Let's just select all of these animations that have been applied to all of these parts and let's make sure all of them are started after previous so they appear one by one, except the first one, we can leave it on click. And as you can see, currently the individual parts of this robot are appearing in a random order and we can fix that in the animation pane. But first let me reduce the duration of all of these animations, this will make them a little bit faster. And now let's say we would like this left foot to appear first, so let's just grab this animation of the left foot and let's bring it to the top of the animation list. And now let's do the same for the right foot. And now let's find the animation of this body. Okay, let's bring it to the third place. And in the same fashion, we can rearrange all of these animations so that everything happens when we want it to happen. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, and now everything seems to be in the right order, starting from the feet to the body and to the hands and to the head. That's awesome. Alright, let's check it out once again on the full screen. And of course, we can set the first animation to start on click. Let's click once and now we see the animation. Super duper awesome. And by the way, now you can quickly select all of these animations and you can apply a different animation. Now we had a fade animation. Let's try fly in animation. Let's choose a direction that we wish, for example, from top. Let's leave the animation duration at half a second. Let's just jump to the effect options and let's add a little bit of bounce in just for fun. For example, 0.3 seconds and let's check it out once again. Alright, all of the robot parts are flying in from the top with a little bit of bounce end. That's awesome. Alright, so that was pretty much it for this animation where the illustration is appearing by individual parts. And now let's fly to the next animation, and this one is called sticker flying animation. And as you can see, this illustration looks like a sticker. It has a white outline and a subtle shadow and a bounce and flying animation. And now let me show you how you can make it step by step. So first of all, let me share with you where have I found this illustration. It's on storyset.com. The exact link is in the notes of the slides. So what's awesome about these illustrations is that you can easily change the accent color as well. So let's choose a dark gray color. I like to keep the illustrations really simple. So let's disable clouds. Let's disable speed lines. And for the background, let's choose hidden. And now we can download the SVG file. Okay, and now let's just go to pictures and let's insert this SVG illustration to our slide. Alright, here it is. So we can hold down the Ctrl-Shift key to increase this illustration from the center, just like that. Okay, and if you would like to access the individual parts, once again we have to convert this illustration to shape, and now we can select the individual parts. So we can give a new color to the cape of the superhero. Okay, green color looks good, but let's bring it back to the gray color. Okay, and now let me show you how we can convert this superhero into a sticker. Let me just close out this window so that we have more space, and now let's jump to Insert, Shapes, and let's look for a tool that's called Curve. Let's click it, and now all we have to do is just click around our superhero. Make sure you leave a little bit of a gap between your line and the illustration, and just click around the whole superhero. Okay, so I'll speed up and I'll catch you in a second. And make sure that you connect the ending point with the starting point, and you should get a solid shape, just like that. Okay, now let's change the look of this shape. First of all, let's remove the outline. No outline is needed. Okay, let's add a shadow. Let's pick this one. Okay, now let's go to Format Shape and let's customize this shadow a little bit more. So for the transparency, let's try 70%. Okay, for the blur, let's insert 20 points. Angle 45 degrees, looking good, and for the distance let's try 4 points. Of course you can experiment with any values that you wish, and for the shape itself let's fill it with a white color and let's send it to back, and voila, we have a sticker effect. And by the way, let me undo a couple of times till we get this blue shape. You might remember that in this slide where we have picked our theme colors, I have as well added this little white circle with the shadow. So we can just hit Ctrl-Shift-C to copy the style of this little circle with the shadow. And I'll select this blue shape and paste the same style, hit Ctrl-Shift-V to paste the style, and as well we can hit Ctrl-Shift-Left bracket to send it to back. Now let's just select everything and let's group it into one beautiful group, Ctrl-G. Alright, and now finally we can animate this stickified superhero. Let's add a flying animation from bottom left corner of the slide. That's good. We can increase the duration of this flying animation. Let's make it 2 seconds. Let's jump to animation options and let's add a bounce end of 1.5 seconds. And let's check it out once again. Skadoosh! And this is how the sticker flying animation looks like. Congratulations! And if you'd like to change how this white sticker shape looks like, you can just select it, right-click it, and choose Edit Points. And now you can select any of those points. You can use these little white handles to adjust how the point looks like. You can delete the point, you can add new points, and this way you can customize your white sticker shape if needed. Alright my friends, and now let's jump to my favorite whiteboard illustration animation technique, and that is printer style. So this is how it looks like once again. It looks like as if the superhero is being printed by the hand. That's awesome. Alright, so I think we can reuse this sticker superhero. Let's just copy him. Let's insert a fresh blank new slide and let's paste that superhero. Let's just ungroup him and let's delete this white outline. We don't need it. Let's just use this awesome illustration. And now one more thing that we need for this type of animation is of course a hand. So we can reuse this one that we have previously used in the uncovering text animation. Let's copy this hand. Let's get back to our slide and let's paste the hand right here. Let's just make sure that we remove any of the animations because we will create all of the animations that we need from scratch. And now let's position this hand somewhere right here. As you can see, this hand is not tall enough, so let's just grab one of the corners, hold down the Shift key, and let's increase the size of this picture. And now everything is looking good. Alright, so let's position this hand somewhere right here at the tip of the superhero arm. Okay. And now let's make sure that we select this hand and let's go to transparency options and let's drop down the transparency of this hand, because now we'll be adding a motion path, a custom motion path. So it's really useful to have the semi-transparent hand because we can see the underlying illustration. So let's make sure we choose the custom motion path. And now we just basically have to click and zigzag through the whole illustration from top to bottom. So let me speed up a little bit and I'll catch you in a second. Just make sure that you cover the whole illustration with your zigzag, and at the end just double click to exit the custom motion path mode. Alright, and now we can set back the transparency of this picture. Actually, let's set it to 0 so it's fully visible. Okay, And now we can increase the duration of the animation just for fun so that we can see this animation better. As well, let's check out what is the smooth start and smooth end. It's 4 seconds for both. That's good. And this is how the animation looks currently. So as you can see, the hand is moving. And now all that's left to do is to insert a rectangle. That will be our cover. Okay, so let's just jump to Insert, Shapes, and let's find the rectangle tool. Okay, let's make sure that we remove the outline. Okay, and for the fill, let's pick a bright color. And now once again, let's make sure that the hand is in the front, so we can just hit Ctrl Shift and right bracket, or just right click and choose Bring to Front. Okay. And now let's position this rectangle so that it covers the whole illustration. Okay, but let's make sure that the tip of the marker is still popping out just a little bit, just like that. And now let's make sure that we cover the whole illustration by this rectangle. We can make this rectangle a little bit wider as well. Okay. And now let's make sure that we select the hand. Let's go to Animations, Animation Painter, and let's paste the same animation to the rectangle. Let's just make sure that the animation is started with previous at the same time with the hand. And now let's check it out what kind of result we have so far. Okay, so as you can see, the rectangle and the hand is zigzagging through the whole illustration from top to bottom. Alright, so now let me change the fill color of this rectangle to white. And let's check it out, this animation once again, and this time on the full screen. Let's see if everything is looking all right. Okay. And as you can see, some parts of the illustration here at the bottom are sticking out too soon. So this means that we have to adjust the width of our cover. Let me just turn it back to yellow so that we can see the rectangle, and let's increase the width here on the right side. Okay. And at the same time, let's bring this rectangle closer to the tip of the marker. Okay. I think this way the animation will look even more natural and more smooth, just like that. And I think everything should be ready by now. Let's turn the rectangle to white again, and let's check out the animation on the full screen. Alright, so the illustration is being printed, and this time I think all of the parts are being revealed or uncovered gradually, which means great success. Congratulations! Now you know how you can create whiteboard animations for your illustrations. So definitely before moving to the next lesson, please try out creating a couple of these animations. Try to create one of those animations where illustration is appearing by individual parts. You can reuse the same robot illustration if you wish. You will find it on class project slide number 17. And please try out creating one of these sticker style flying illustrations as well. You can reuse this superhero illustration as well, or you can download any other illustration from starset.com. And as well, make sure that you have some fun with this printer style animation where the hand is printing an illustration that you pick. Alright. And as mentioned before, for this advanced printer style animation where the outline is being drawn first and only then the color, I'll add a bonus lesson at the end of this class because we'll not be using this type of animation in our explainer video, so I thought we can just skip it for now. But if you wish to learn about it, you can jump to bonus section and learn about it right away. Alright my friends, so the warm-up is finally finished, and in the next lesson we will start designing scenes for our explainer video. So I'll meet you there.